What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. It's taken a while. We're here. Well, I say new. We had that Britain series, but that was like the only thing I could get working. Everything else was not working, including the hour or so's worth of Civ 6 I played this morning. But, you know, we just move on. We move on. We get something new going. One of the ideas was suggested was one we've done before, possibly even twice, if I looked. I haven't looked. I think we've done it once, though. And that is sort of a colonial-based game. It is, yeah, where we just leave parts of the map empty. North America's empty, completely empty, as is South America and Australia and Indonesia. We've got 41, no wait, I'm included, so there's 40 competing civs, I believe, in this game. I've gone to try and balance it, but I've also tried to pick civs that, you know, have a bit of a colonial past. And yeah, there we go. So we've got Spain and Portugal, for example. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze here, but you know, they both have that sort of history. France, Netherlands, England obviously fit the bill there as well. Definitely. And then obviously we've just gone to make sure to try and keep it as entertaining as possible. I think all the continents are fairly filled of the three we have used. We've got plenty of civs in Africa as well to keep things nice and exciting. Pretty much all repeated, but faces we're used to seeing civ wise. And then again in India and Asia, pretty much sort of civs we've seen. We've got 3 different China civs that all spawn separately, so I am very happy for that. We've got Korea, Mongolia, not too much of a gap between the Huns and the Russians. So yeah, we'll go over all these civs, but like I said, there's 40 for you to choose from. My submarine is safely behind some mountains. I've destroyed Greenland by accident, but you know, it's not long now anyway in real life, so you know, maybe won't be any mountains there, but we're getting that way. But yeah, so North America's empty. Just make sure I didn't leave anyone behind. That would be quite funny. No, I did do a test this time. I let it run for a hundred turns. I try not to watch the tests because I don't want to spoil it for myself, because they are normally identical, like the first 100 turns. It takes a while for differences to actually arise. But here we go. It looks like we're all ready to go, so I will, for at least the first few turns, hit the single player auto end turn. Yeah, we'll just go into it. It's a bit of fun. It was a suggestion, one of the suggestions of many. I'm having issues with civs. When I move civs that are not TSL, they are not doing anything. So we'll try and look into that. I don't know if something's changed with the game. Mods just getting old. I've also had mods not work. All sorts of different issues as I've communicated over the past 3 weeks now in trying to set up different games of different things. Civ 5 and Civ 6 causing me problems. Civ 6 is normally reliable, which is a shame, but there we go. It happens. It happens. Yeah, so we're here now. We're here with a new series. The aim is not to post this every day until we just finish, like the Britain one. But if, you know, I'll try and get something else in there in the mix with it as well. A Let's Play or something of some sorts. Yeah, we'll do something. I don't know what that something is, but it's coming. So don't panic. But yeah, there we go. So we've got the old world civs with lots of space to colonize, which is again an idea. We've done it in reverse as well before, and it is an interesting topic to look at. Obviously, not something we will condone. Obviously, I think I said this last time, but yeah, obviously not condoning this. The same when it comes to playing EU4, but it is a part of history. Yeah, and it's a part that's looked back on now very badly. But you know, in this game, it's just empty free space to make things interesting. And yeah, there you go. So we'll get that part out of the way. It is important. Yeah, important we do think about that sort of thing. But yeah, and if anyone wants to open more discussion in the comments, that's obviously welcome. We'd all be, I think everyone would love to be a part of that. But yeah, I don't know. Let's move in to the game. See what happens. Who have we got? We got, let's just go through every civ for you. This is when it just breaks. I just put a hole in like the desk because that would be like the 10th series in 2 weeks. We have England, Portugal, Spain, France, the Netherlands, Sweden, Germany, Poland, Austria, Rome, Greece, the Ottomans, Russia. Sorry, it might look like it's lagging a bit. It's when people settle. The Huns, Persia, Harappa, India, Siam. Not the Champa. This is very weird. They worked before. Okay. Sorry, Champa. You might be out of luck. Right, I'm gonna... What is turn 3? Right, okay, I can fix this. But I've been through so much. The past 3 weeks have been the worst 3 weeks in the history of this channel. Apart from the 3 weeks where I had no internet. That was pretty rough. Not gonna lie. Okay, fair enough. Maybe I was exaggerating. But there is not a chance I'm resetting this. Because it would mean another week with no videos completely. Because I just don't have time. So yeah, we're doing it in the recording because this is it. I'm streaming pretty much as soon as this finishes, and then I edit this tomorrow morning to go out on Sunday, and then on Monday I have to rush home from work and do that episode. So right, how do I do this again? Right, units, Champa. We're on the Champa. Right, I have some settlers. They spawned fine last time. Right, we'll delete all the units they have. Now they might not work because, as I said, it's not been working very well. So right, Champa. Warrior, delete, settler, delete, another settler, delete, warrior, delete. I'm trying not to hit Siam, obviously. That is a Champa unit, delete, delete. That is a Chinese unit. That is also the Champa. Right, there we go. Let me just check. Okay, good. We didn't kill them off because they probably wouldn't have come back. I'll leave their scout because their scout has moved. Right, unit. Where is Champa again? Here you go. You're getting an insight. This is free knowledge. I only just learned how to use this no cities. This clicking on units thing. Would have been so useful to have known like years ago. But we move on. Right, I'm going to move them into southern China just to make things extremely spicy and interesting. Right, settler here, settler here. I think they get 2 workers, 3 warriors, and a scout. If I'm not mistaken. So 1, 2, 3 warriors. And a scout, and because they've missed a few turns and I'm in a good mood, they can I don't know how this works. I think they just get that. I think they just get 100 gold. There we go. Have 100 gold. Hopefully that fixes them. They didn't need another scout. God damn it. Luckily I think I can just kill that without going into them. Scout, delete. Right. Okay. Hopefully we saved the Champa nice and easily, and we can continue. But the Champa should be here. Japan, Korea, China, the Xia, Mao's China are back because they've served us very well as a mod recently. Arabia's here. Egypt, Mercuria, Ethiopia, Burundi, Rhodesia, Zulu, Congo, Benin, Nigeria. Is that Nigeria? Yes. Wasn't sure if the Ashanti finally decided to work, but no, it is Nigeria. The Songhai, Garamantes, Carthage, Morocco, who are broken. That's great. Thanks, Morocco, and Mali. Civs just seem to be broken. I think Civ 5 may have sadly hit the end. I don't know. Like I said, I will reinstall it probably after this or something just to see what's going on. But yeah, I think this game might be in the bin. I'm gonna be honest. I've kept putting off doing them in Civ 6 for 2 reasons. One, it's a lot harder than it is in Civ 5 to set up. I guess it's not obvious how to do it in Civ 5, but I certainly know how to do it. I'm used to it. Whereas Civ 6, you have to like change bits of code and stuff, and I think obviously that would prohibit me doing Let's Plays at the same time. And obviously, yeah, if I mess it up, it could be quite bad. So that's one of the reasons. And the second reason is in Civ 6, they just don't fight each other. Like, it doesn't happen the same as in Civ 5. You don't see a Civ with 70 cities or something ridiculous. My voice is going because I've already recorded for so much today. I've got a 3-hour stream after this as well. So what an episode 1 we're in for. One episode 1 and a stream I am in for. Thank goodness I am. Nope, we haven't got anything left. We just go on. Yeah, I don't think the Champa are going to do anything. I'm really sorry. But when Civs get moved now, this is what happens. And it appears to not be just when they move. Okay, no, Morocco finally woke up. But maybe the Champa will wake up. But sadly, I think they are doomed to death. Well, not doomed to death. If they build a load of units, they would fight their way out eventually. But sadly, I do believe they're going to die with nothing. They've not even moved a single thing. That settler has moved 1 tile, and the workers swapped, and that's it. They haven't done anything else, but we've got plenty of second cities going down. What have we got? Right, we've got England with York in Wales, Orleans for France, or Orléans, Porto in the north of Iberia, Barcelona on the Mediterranean side. For Spain, we've got a second city for Morocco, Carthage, Egypt as well. Egypt going for that Mediterranean access. as well. Well, Morocco had it, but, you know, even more. Rome settled Antium to the north. The Netherlands have pushed inland with Rotterdam. Hamburg, just west of Berlin. We've got Sigtuna up here from Sweden. Poland has pushed towards Russia as Austria have moved east with the city of Salzburg. Sparta to the north from Greece. Something tells me this is different to the test. I feel like Austria settled somewhere else, but there we go. That's great. The Ottomans have added Dern in the west here. Sorry if you are completely new to the channel and you're thinking, why the heck is Istanbul over here? Obviously, Constantinople would be here if Byzantium were here, so the game has Istanbul to be set over here. But there you go. Attila's court, and there we go. Kostroma, a second city for the Huns, next to Russia's second city. Persia has got one. The Harappans settled in India, and Mumbai was also settled sort of to the east by India and Gandhi. Siam has a third settler, and the Chopper have woken up. It took them a few more turns, but there we go. They've woken up. Maybe they've spent some of that 100 gold. Possibly. They got an archer already. It's pretty good. Mao has moved to the south. We have got the Jar moving southeast. Mongolia's just gone straight into this mess of Chinese cities with their own settler. And China has got Guangzhou to the north, as Korea also went to the north. They have a settler. And Japan settled Osaka in the south of Japan. There we go. We rattled through it, and I haven't even got to Africa yet, but we're getting there. Mali with their second city to the east, as is the Songhai. Nigeria's also gone east. The Garamantes have gone southeast and have a third settler. Going to move my microphone a bit closer. Apologies if that made a noise. Mercuria to the south. Ethiopia went west with their city. Burundi sticking in these lakes in the ultimate location, and they have another city here. What have we got? We've got Benin going east. We then have Congo going south. Rhodesia grabbed the second city to the east and have a third settler on the way. And we have another city from the Zulu. Plenty of civs entering the classical era there. France, Greece, the Ottomans and Rome, all pretty nearby. And here we go. World's busiest, most production, or average production, is Spain right now. So there you go. Spain producing the most. And you can see it. Look at all these units they've got. I don't know how they achieve this. I guess there's a few hills. There's a gold mine here, which is a couple of mine. These tiles are not being mined, but, you know, in theory, hills at least give you more production. Has anyone nabbed a third city? Persia has just gone straight in the middle of the Arabian Peninsula area here at the top. That's interesting. It'd be cool if Persia did well. There's no Babylon or Assyria, so they're going to get all this wheat and floodplains to themselves. So we'll see how that works out for them. The Ottomans now have 4 settlers up. They haven't put 2 of them down yet, but that's pretty intense. Right, I'm going to turn this off. It's going quite fast now. We'll slow it down. I will start to see. Oh, and perfect timing. We got our first war. Songhai v Morocco with the help of the Garamantes. Morocco does now have 4 cities, but yeah, this city's pretty exposed. We should see that drop to the Songhai or the Garamantes. And the Garamantes are about to settle here in North Africa as well. Oh, the Ottomans, where are these 2 settlers? If they settle here, that would be great, but I don't think they will. No. They are going to keep pushing. I don't know where. And again, actually, this is played out very differently to the test, because I did notice Austria settled in Denmark, and it looked gross on the borders. So this actually played out differently to the test series. Ah, I know. It's not why, because they haven't really. It won't have influenced. Obviously, if you change one thing, right, every civ's decisions will slowly be different, right? England wasn't in the test. That's why. There was a modded England that didn't load, and I didn't realise, so I just opened the game with no England. So I ran the test, it was fine, and I did the exact same but added in England. So things will actually pan out a bit different, because England's actions will most likely influence, in particular, France and the Netherlands early on, and then they will change their actions because England is here, and then, yeah, it's a butterfly effect across the world. So it is going to be slightly different. I mean, obviously, you know, South Africa is probably the exact same. Korea, that area is still probably completely the same as it was in the test. But yeah, Europe at least will so far be slightly different to what I saw, which wasn't that much. Like I said, I just run it to see if it crashes and see if it's interesting as well. If someone's conquered the whole world in 70 turns, we probably don't want to watch that. But there we go. Morocco is in big trouble as more wars declared. Spain and Rome now joining. Not that I think... Oh, Spain v Portugal. I missed that. Must have missed that one. Poland v the Ottoman. Oh my goodness, there's a ton of wars. Songhai have conquered Fez. Right, the Ottomans settled in Crimea and then on the western side of the Black Sea, meaning there will be no real strategic use to any of these cities because there's not going to be a canal city here. But Poland v the Ottomans, I mean, that won't lead to much because of these mountains. The Huns, I guess, could take Ankara, but it's still going to be difficult to get around the corner there. I've just poked myself in the eye. Now I can't even see what I'm trying to say. The Jar v Korea. That's an interesting one. Yeah, that's not really going to lead to much. And China in there as well. Oh, Korea does have 4 cities, so we'll see how this goes. And Mali gets the Great Library. That's some extra technology for them. Or extra science and a free technology for Mali, who do not have many units right now, but the Songhai are obviously busy, so they will be happy with that news. So we sort of coast towards turn 50. Mao's China versus Korea, and Mongolia also. Okay, everyone's at war with Korea. They have all come together to fight Korea. I kind of like this position for the Champa. Like I said, it's a bit artificial, but we did what we had to do. Poor Scout is stuck down here. Egypt with the Temple of Artemis, which is more food, amongst other things. But that's pretty good. Right, do we have all the pantheons yet? Are we here yet? We must be close. So Russia has fertility rights, so they will have 10% faster growth rates. We can expect a big population for Russia. Poland has God of the Open Sky, so they will have extra culture from their pastures. Carthage has production from fishing boats. Seems to make sense. They're on the coast. Tang is Civ 5 vanilla China. If you're new, it's just the Jar mod changes their name. Luckily, luckily it does change because I think we might have to call them Tang. I think actually we are going to call them Tang. We'll call them Tang China, and then we have Mao's China because obviously, if we didn't have the Jar, sometimes you have 2 Chinas, and that gets very confusing. But no, it is, yeah, Tang China helps. They gain faith for winning battles within 4 tiles of the city, so they are going to enjoy fighting, because there's going to be a lot of wars in that region between those 5 sort of civs, and the Champa are now thrown in there as well. England have happiness from cities with a pop of 6+. I don't know if that benefits them. I'm guessing maybe it does already, or will do soon. Ethiopia, Goddess of Protection, that's a usual choice. They already are a good defensive civ, and that's a fantastic help. Japan has extra food from camps. Culture from plantations for India, and culture from jungle tiles for Nigeria. Which is, I mean, Nigeria, there's a lot of jungle here, right? Not as much as maybe a Benin is going to get. But, of course, Nigeria, if they're still around in the mid-game, could be one of the primary civs to arrive in Brazil. So that's something to think about. It's definitely something to think about. And I'm going to throw this option out here because I'm struggling for Let's Play ideas. If you would, because this video is coming out first, before I've recorded the Let's Play. If you would like to see me Let's Play the exact same scenario, let me know, because I don't have to change anything, so I could load up the exact same scenario without messing with anything. The only difference would be the Champa. Probably just I wouldn't play with the Champa. I don't know who we'd play as. Obviously, it would be interesting to do one of the European ones. I've done the Netherlands in Civ 5, and Civ 6 I've done England. Maybe one of the African countries could be quite interesting. Or even someone Southern Asia. I tried to do India in Civ 6 and it backfired horribly, so maybe Gandhi could be quite fun. Or Japan might be interesting, going after the West Coast. Let me know what you would think, because I will have probably forgotten by then. What the heck? Did you see that? This river had not loaded in. It was just like dry. But there we go. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see something like that. Like I said, the Champa would probably just be missing, but the rest of the civs would do the same, so you don't have to move anyone around. It'd be quite easy to play. So yeah, if you'd like to see that, then let me know. That's a nice easy series ticked off that will work, hopefully. Let's get through as many turns as we can, and then next episode we'll probably get to turn 100 and do the info addicts. Seems like a smart move. Right, hit keep hitting next turn. Look how quick it goes through them early on. It's short-lived, but it's very nice. It has been weird since I've got this new PC. We've been able to fly through the early parts of the games, and then it's still slow at the end. Some things won't change. Songhai v the Garamantes continues. There's a lot of wars going on. I'm just keeping an eye out for cities changing hands right now. And we'll do a map review at the end of episode 1 so that you can all make your picks for who's going to win. I will too. I've been getting close recently. I've had a second but that was a kind of more obvious one in the superpowers game. But yeah, we will see. We're getting some religions. We'll check those end of this episode to give you a chance. We won't look at the info addicts this time, though. Egypt versus the Garamantes. We saw that Spain has completed the statue of Zeus and is trying to conquer Lisbon. That would suck for Portugal, and it looks like they will be successful. Oh my goodness, that's a coalition and a half. Oh, that would be why. France v the Netherlands. Making a lot of sense. Germany also joining that, as well as Greece and Rome. Not so important, but yeah, the Dutch could lose some stuff here. There is more pantheons. Okay, Mercuria with the 15% faster border growth. Interesting choice. Rhodesia grabbed a third city. Russia grabs Stonehenge, so they should be a civ that get... And they had a pantheon already, so that will give them a great profit. So expect Russia to get a religion. Garamantes of Morocco have pieced out noticeably. Is there anything else? Persia has settled this city up here. They don't care, do they? They're just going in. Korea has mainly survived just fine. I mean, yeah, Busan here is very safe. This city's up between a mountain valley. Even though they all attack Korea, only China can actually get over there. So yeah, that makes sense. Ethiopia completes the mausoleum at Halicarnassus, or of Halicarnassus in this game. But I think it's at in Civ 6. But there we go. Either way, Ethiopia grabs that, which I believe is extra... I think they get gold when they... It's something to do with great people, gold, and stonemasonries. Something... You get gold for great people and something... Happiness from masonries, or the other way around, right? It's something along those lines. Congo and Nigeria, sorry, that's just started. With the help of the Garamantes. It's a mess up here. It's a mess pretty much everywhere right now. Nowhere's really peaceful. Maybe Eastern Europe. Nope, the Ottomans are at war with a few people. Tang has founded a new religion, so there we go. That is this China getting their religion. We will have a look at those, as I said, sort of towards the end of this episode when we do the map overview. Persia declares war on Harappa, who have got a 9 and a 6 population here, and Siam has also joined it. Now Siam's not going to be able to do too much there, but there's still more pantheons coming. Is there like unlimited pantheons? That would be kind of interesting. And we have our first capital to fall, and big F for Portugal. Lisbon has fallen already to Spain. That sucks. That's not what you want to see. But there we go. It's happened. Sorry, Portugal. You tried your best. It's not worked out. You really tried. I'm really hoping this will be balanced. I think last time I did an old world game, I feel like I've done 2. I'm not sure. For some reason, I do feel like I've done 2. In my head, I'm thinking I've done like a 40 Civ 1 and a 60 Civ 1. But I think this one will be the most balanced, because we've got really good at balancing them. People have commented on that recently, so thank you so much. Also, I'm going to respond to all your comments when they come through on this series. I didn't respond to any on the Britain one. Multiple reasons, mainly all my fault, obviously, but yeah, I should have done better. But obviously it got to a point where there was so many, there was no point going back to the episode 1 ones, for example, and saying good luck. Although I did wish everyone the best of luck, of course. But you know, it got to a point where I let it get super bad, and that's my fault. So I'm going to start as you mean to go on again with this one. Everyone is attacking the Netherlands. I haven't been reading them out, but so far their cities are doing just about okay. But yeah, Carthage and Austria now joining in. Poland's got 4 cities here, which is interesting. Sweden's got a settler. Austria also has a settler. Harappa completes the Great Lighthouse, which is a free cargo ship, right? Is that... No, but it does give you extra naval movement. That's a bit weird for a civ with no boats. And if Persia starts to do well, I could get behind the Persia train. That would be exciting. China and Korea pieces out, and good Korea did not give anything away. Thank goodness for that. Mercuria versus the Garamantes. I mean, yeah, everyone's at war here, but this could be bad for the Garamantes. Burundi versus Ethiopia. I'm not so sure that will go well. And Arabia, again, that's probably not the brightest idea to join in. Egypt does have... Oh, Egypt's going after this city and also has a settler. And Utrecht fell to France. There we go. That does at least make the borders a little bit neater. The Huns and Greece now teaming up on Persia. I mean... I guess this city should probably go to the Huns. Mongolia is now settling here. This area feels nowhere near as big anymore. It's going to fill up pretty soon, I think. Huns versus... Yeah, Greece v Persia. That does not make sense, apart from for movie plots. That doesn't really make sense. Spain v France and Germany v France makes a complete mess of the Dutch war and everything, so this will be interesting. Rhodesia v the Zulu, and Burundi also v the... Okay, Burundi, you're just declaring war on everyone right now. And Egypt as well. Okay, Burundi, chill. No need for this. Arabia v Egypt, that's an interesting one. And Harappa, oh, well, that's just short-lived. Persia now has the Great Lighthouse. They will get that extra... Is it vision or movement? I think it's movement on their boats, which obviously gives you extra vision in theory, because you can move further so you see more, but... Yeah, it is movement. Poland and the Ottomans piecing out, so Poland both remain with 4 cities. And there we go. And that sucks for Harappa. We tried. I tried to get Bengal. They are turned on, but the mod just didn't want to. It wasn't even a choice to turn it on. Like, the mod is on, but they didn't load in for me to choose, which is a shame. Nothing I can do in that scenario. Ottomans versus Persia, and also Ottomans with a 5th city now on this side of these mountains. Morocco has pieced out with the Songhai and held on to everything else. The Netherlands and France have now pieced out, meaning Groningen will stay here and give us lots of border gore. Spain v the Netherlands. That's quite a... maybe the city would fall. And Mercuria v Persia, that is nothing. But let's do map review. It's only turn 58, but we're there. So England with 2 cities, but they are already up into Iceland. In theory, they will have an idea that something could be beyond here, but they cannot get here yet. It is inaccessible till you have deep ocean sailing because of the ice. But yeah, they could have found Ireland. That is probably maybe a bigger thing as well for them early on. Yeah, there's too big a gap here. I don't believe you can cross with anywhere. Right, it's not quite enough, sadly. So we will wait for the deep ocean to be available. France then with their 4 cities here. We have the Dutch with 3, although this one's a bit of a weird one. They do have a cargo ship, so they'll have a bit of money. Spain with 4 now. Portugal, sad for them, 1. They do have a settler. Rome with 2, Germany with 3, Poland with 4, Sweden with 3, Austria with 2 and a couple of settlers, but nowhere really. There is space actually, they're just not using them. You can settle up to 2 tiles away on this map, so they could settle closer. Greece with 2 and the settler as well, Ottomans 5, Russia with 2 cities, the Huns with 3, soon to be 4, Mongolia with 3, 2 for Mao's China, 2 for the Jar, 2 for regular China and a settler, 4 for Korea, 2 for Japan. Yeah, they couldn't get across. Siam now has 4 as well. The Champa at 2. You have a cargo ship. I don't know if that extra 100 gold helped or not. We'll find out, I guess. India with 2. Harappa down to 1. Persia with 4.5. They're going to lose this one, right? But yeah, 4 down here. Arabia with 2, but a fairly big military. Egypt with 3 now. Mercuria at 2. Garamantes 2. Songhai 2. Mali 2. Nigeria 3. Morocco with 4 still. They actually kept Fez. Oh my goodness. Benin with 2. Congo with 2. Zulu with 2 and a settler, which will probably become 3. Rhodesia with 3. Burundi with 3. Ethiopia also with 3 cities. So let me know who you think is going to win. Religions, we'll have a quick look at those before we go. My voice is going. I have no idea how I'm going to stream for 3 hours. I'm terrified right now. Oh my goodness. Eastern Orthodoxy for Ethiopia. Hinduism in India. Islam in Mali. Judaism in London. Protestantism in Nigeria. So that's a good mix, right? 3 in Africa, 1 Asia, 1 Europe. Oh no, and then Shinto Japan. Taoism in Tang, China. So okay, so there's 1 religion in all of Europe. There is 3 in Africa, 2 in West Africa and 1 in East Africa. And then there is India has got its own sort of religion with Delhi. In Delhi with Hinduism. And then Shinto and Taoism probably fighting it out in East Asia. Although you'd imagine Shinto will just stick to Japanese territory. So there we go. That's the religious part of it. My pick to win. I have genuinely no idea. I have no idea. This is not clear at all. This is much more of a lottery than some of the recent series when it's been a bit more tactical. I want to pick someone that is going to get to the New World because I feel like that can bring so much. I don't think it's not necessary to win, but it's a bonus, right? So it's not necessarily the Civ that gets to the New World wins, but if you had a big Civ in Western Europe and you had like a big Russia, the one in Western Europe you'd fancy because they could get this stuff, whereas that would not be an option to a Russia. Most civs do have the option to get out there, right? To exploit it. All of these civs could, in theory, get there. You have to kill like one to get to the coast. It's only really Russia, the Huns, the Ottomans, maybe Greece. Some of these civs that are less likely to get anywhere. Are we going to go with the European? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Who are you guys picking? Not that I can see that as I say this. I am going to go with... No, I have no idea. I'm going to go with... No, I'm not letting Persia bait me in. It's not happening. I'm going to go with Siam. They've made an okay start. I think they, obviously there's North and South America, which they could get to, but there is also all of these islands in Indonesia that them and the Champa are now exploring. And further down, there is Australia also available, and if Siam got all of that, that would be awesome. But yeah, be sure to let me know who you think is going to win, and if you would like to, leave a comment saying that you'd like to see me play as somebody. The key options for that sort of choice, just looking right now, would be somebody like a Siam, or, no, it would be India. Let's give you 4 options. If you want to see me play this as well, leave like a separate comment or make it clear to play, as, and then say who. India, that's option number 1. Spain will be option number 2, or Portugal. Just put Iberia, I don't know, just India, one of Spain or Portugal. Nigeria, yeah, I mean one of the West African civs, but we'll say Nigeria, but it could be any of them. Actually, I've done Songhai, haven't I? So let's say Benin. They're a bit further away, and we haven't played as a Benin before. There we go. We'll say Benin. If you'd like to see me play as Benin, comment. Or we could do Shaka. That would be interesting, but no, we'll do that separately. Benin, and then okay. So yeah. So Iberia. No, yeah. Okay. We'll go with Portugal. Portugal, India, Benin, or who, George? Who are you thinking? Like I say, I want it to be someone on the edge of the map, to be honest. Or France. Yep, there you go. Or France. France, Portugal, Benin, or India. Those are your choices. Japan is a 5th choice. Sorry, Japan is the 5th choice. There you go. Those are your 5 choices. If you'd like to see me let's play on this map as well, sort of as we're going along at the same time, that would be nice and easy to do. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.